You are in a room with 1,000 randomly selected people. You will only survive if you can beat every single person at one thing. What would you choose? I'd choose tearing movie ticket stubs super fast. I used to work at a movie theater, and we had contests to see who could tear the most tickets in the shortest time. I got really good at it, and it's such a random skill that I bet most people wouldn't even think to practice it. Fold a burrito the fastest from my Bell days. Folding pizza boxes, I worked at Pizza Hut 3 separate times and, acquired the skill. Unfortunately, I'm now allergic to cardboard, but I find out it's not the cardboard, but the formaldehyde in the glue that I'm allergic to that builds up over time. Basically, my forearms get red and itchy for a few days if I'm not careful folding boxes now. Clap louder. When I find the sweet spot, it starts to hurt my hearing. My cousin has a loud clap and would randomly do this in class. He'd rub his hands together for 3 seconds just to find that spot and then clap. Then he'd act like nothing was wrong and would go back to whatever he was doing. Your cousin is a menace. My random act in class was doing the peace sign with my fingers, inserting them between the thickness of the desk and rapidly going up and down against the wood. No one around me would know it was me, and they always thought it was a woodpecker making that noise with my finger. You pick a semi-niche video game, you know? Well, and it should be an easy dub. 1,000 randomly selected people is going to already go in your favor. 650 will be between 1564, 122 of the above will speak English. 17 of the above will once owned an Xbox 360, using American stats, assuming they translate. If you can find an Xbox 360 game, you played a ton that was only ever released in English, you're in a pretty solid spot. If you can go more niche and choose a game that takes some time to learn the strategy, you'd be set. Reciting the B movie from memory, in German. I am not particularly good at it, in fact I only know the first 30 lines or so, but since German doesn't have that many speakers compared to other languages, the fact that most people have not seen the B movie, and the fact that even less people will remember more than 4 lines of that movie in total, would probably give me a pretty good change at winning. If only my husband knew German, you'd be cooked. But today you live, he loves the B movie, lol. If we go with the literal answer, then it's going to be like trivia about my life or something like that. But that's a boring answer. More interesting is a test of skill or ability. And that's the spirit of the question, I think. So I would answer, StarCraft 2 1v1s. I played enough StarCraft 2 and got a high enough ranking that I dare say I'm probably like in the top 0.02% in the world. Which sounds impressive, but the vast majority of those people have probably never played a computer game in their life, let alone an RTS. So I'm pretty sure I could beat every one of those people in a match of StarCraft, unless I got extremely unlucky and some random grandmaster was chosen. Edit. Top 99.9% to top 0.02%. Look, I didn't say I'd compete with people in math, all right? Hand embroidery. I'm exceptionally good at it, and it's becoming a lost art. Oh, do you have any photos? I'm subscribed to R Embroidery, and there are masterpieces posted continuously. I'm in my 70s now and don't actively post or pursue work anymore, but people will see me wearing something and ask, where did you get that? And I'll end up getting a job, lol. I'd send you a picture if I had any idea how to do that. Technology is challenging. A drunk cooking competition. Everyone must reach above the legal limit before starting to prep and cook. Everyone must make a dish from scratch, no pre-made sauces, etc. They have to maintain that blood alcohol content until the dish is done. There is a time limit. Anyone with a completed dish and a BAC of 0.08% or more before the time limit will qualify to the final round. This will weed out probably 75% of the competitors. The final round has the same rules. Best score wins. If there is a tie, rounds will continue until players are eliminated or unconscious. I want to see this televised. Network execs out there, put this on for your next ratings bonanza. Probably a music theory exam. I'm getting a doctorate in classical guitar performance, but I'd be more worried about someone being better at playing guitar than I would about someone knowing more about the fundamentals of music theory. Another option would be sight reading on a guitar. I can do that better than most doctoral level guitarists who have better chops than me, so a very low chance of any rando being better at it. I'd say you'd win. Most guitar players, including me, suck at theory. Backing up a trailer. I was raised in the trucking business and learned to back a trailer when I was 12. Been doing it almost daily for the last 40 years. My favorite source of entertainment on a Saturday is walking down to the public boat launch and watching the newbie boat owners trying to back down the launch. My native language. The odds that another was from my country and could stand a chance would be very low. And if there was another, well, then I'd have a worthy opponent. If you have a specific dialect that could make it a free win, This would be my pick as well. I come from a small country with a very special language which basically no one speaks abroad. To play it safe, I could pick writing the language correctly. Spelling, punctuation, compound words. I would beat most of the native speakers then too. Making an impromptu speech on a given topic with no preparation time. I've been challenged on that multiple times, and as long as I have any knowledge of the subject, I can give a 20 to 30-minute speech on it by moving into adjacent subjects for a time, and then back to the main topic to finish up. Either that or D&D rules, been playing 36 years. I can tell a virtually endless story with a single prompt. It won't be great, but it will make sense and have some funny bits. StarCraft 2. There's only a few thousand people in the entire world higher ranked than me, and I'm not afraid to get matched up against most of them. I can certainly take wins. I've never met a single person randomly IRL that could threaten me in-game. Every person I've played IRL who thinks they're pretty good at the game turns out to not be very good. It's a lot of matches to play, but I'm not doing anything else very important in. There is another StarCraft enjoyer up in this thread. I think you two should play to see who would survive. Disc golf. I'm a 970 rated player if that means anything to you. I'm a very second-rate pro, and I'm probably in the top 1,000 rated players in the world. That puts me in the top 0.00125% of the global population. That means there is about a 1 in 8,000 chance that I'm in the room with somebody better than me. I'll take those odds. I'm also going disc golf, and I'm only 900 rated. Less than 1 in 1,000 people in the world play. And there's just zero chance someone who doesn't play beats a good player randomly. Surviving a gunshot to the head one time. Haven't tried again and hopefully will never, but I've survived at least one. Weirdly, me too. Although when I was shot, the back of my head hit the floor first and I lay there wondering what had just happened, until some guys from my group got me back on my feet and handed me back my axe and my knife. Full details. I was at a battle reenactment and one of the pirate guys fired his musket at the wrong angle and caught me in the forehead. Luckily I got the blast, but none of the wadding, or whatever is in the barrel, hit me. Not sure if that is technically being shot, but I count it. Just any game you've played enough to know what is most efficient would work. For example, I've put at least 100 hours into Ace Combat 6. I could probably beat all 1,000 of those people in a speed run of the game. I know where future enemies will be spawning, the optimal starting positions for the mission, what operations are most time-consuming, etc. There's also just experience built up for how to not die, fly good. It's not even that difficult of a game such that the average person could not succeed. But the odds of anyone else having even played it before are so low, it's not even worth talking about. Like, some big fans of the series haven't even played it because it was a 360 exclusive in a historically PS franchise. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any new interesting tales from Reddit. Leave your comments below and share your thoughts. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.